my name is Lila Moreno, and in this video I'm going to talk about the personal story about farming and the future of agriculture. This video is from TED. This video, that's what's talk about Mark Jackson. He's from USA, and I'm very interested in this subject because it's deal with agriculture. It's a story and change it has a student the last year. In 2018, Mark Jackson, it's a great grandfather, bought about the of land and so terms lower 5 generations later. Mark is still farming that same land but using some very different techniques. In this moment story that crosses generation, Mark shows us about how radically agriculture has changed since that time, and how some things have stayed exactly the same. Mark is CEO of Jackson Farms Inc. He is also the immediately past president of Iowa Soybean Association and currently serves as a national director of American Soybean Association. He is a fifth generation Iowa farmer who practices sustainable production and environmental responsibility in his modern family farming operation. He was one of the original farmers who pioneered sustainable soybean farming with Unilever. He believes that agriculture in the U.S. needs to continuously improve to meeting ongoing sustainability changes in order to have a direct and positive impact for the future for the world. About the TED Institute, we know that innovative ideas and fresh approaches for changing problems can be discovered inside visionary companies around the world. The TED Institute helps surface and share this insight. Every year, TED's work with a group, same rigorous regimen that has prepared the speaker to the TED's mindset. TED Institute works closely with each partner, overseeing creation and providing intensive one-on-one talk development to sharpen and fine-tune ideas. Agriculture is the set of techniques, knowledge, and knowledge to cultivate the land and the part of the primary sectors that is dedicated to it. It encompasses the different work of soil treatments and vegetable crops. It compromises a whole set of human actions that transform from the natural environment. The related activities are those that make up the so-called agricultural sector. All economic activities covered by these sectors are based on the explanation of the sources that the land originality favored by the action of human beings. Plant foods such as cereals, fruits, vegetables, cultivator, pasture, and foods. Fiber used by the textile industry, energy crops, etc. Agriculture also includes a global demand for the sector, and world food service depends largely on the climate and techniques to make the land fertile. Preserve its origin in private property and exploitation of land given to families for to be able to have a stable life. It is an activity of strategic importance, has a fundamental basics for the self-sufficient development and wealth of nations. The science that studies the practice of agriculture is agronomy. Agriculture has great impact on the environment. In recent years, some aspects of intensive agriculture at the industrial level have been increasingly controversial. The growing influence of the large seed and chemical companies and food processors is increasingly worrying both farmers and the public in general. The disastrous effect of the environment of intensive agriculture has caused several previously fertile areas to have ceased to be completely, has happened in times with the Middle East, one of the most fertile lands in the world and now a desert. In light of growing concerns over the application of many conventional agricultural practices, and especially the deep tilling of soils, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, among others, has begun to protect the patch of soil conserving practices under the banner of conservation agriculture. While the title may be novel, its associated practices have long been employed by farmers and studied by social scientists seeking to understand the reasons for their adoption and not adoption. This paper reviews and synthesizes this past research in order to identify two independent variables that regularly explain three facility three facilitate policy prescriptions to augment adoption around the world, while at this great analysis of influence, once various contextual factors are controlled, the primary finding of the scientists is that there are few, if any, universal variables that regularly explain the adoption of conservation agriculture across past analysis. Given the limited prospect of identifying such variability through further research, we conclude that efforts to promote conservation agriculture will have to be tailored to reflect the particular condition of individual locals.